the all-new 2020 HD Denali from Motor City GMC. Bigger, stronger, and more power when you need it. Purpose-built to be a professional-grade, heavy-duty pickup through and through. GMC ramped up the Allison Transmission, moving from 6 gears to 10. In the older models, the engine was detuned in the lower gears. Now the truck is capable of using all of the 900 foot-pounds of torque. The GMC Multi-Pro Tailgate is a multi-purpose tool that can be configured and positioned to function in several ways.
My first initial reaction with the 2020 GMC HD was that this is a bigger truck altogether. When I pulled out of Motor City GMC, I felt like, whoa, this might have a lift kit on it. I actually pulled over to make sure that it didn't have a lift kit because I didn't want to review anything with aftermarket parts on it. I wanted something OEM, and this is the OEM version of the HD truck from GMC. Now, aside from the truck feeling a lot taller on the road, the interior feels a lot bigger. They obviously wanted this to be a bigger experience than older GMC trucks. And you can see it if you look above my head here. Look how much room from the top of my head to the roof. I mean, that is a lot. It doesn't matter how tall you are not going to hit your head on that. There is going to be a lot of room in there. And the back seats they've made bigger, which is something, if you have family, if you have crew members that are going around with you, that is a big improvement, having more leg room. And another thing on the truck that you can tell shows how big that these trucks are is the step on the back of the bed. They've added one because if you didn't have that, because the truck is so tall now, you wouldn't be able to get in the back of your truck. If you were a contractor and you had your tools, or you're a fabricator and you have to get to stuff, you'd be hard pressed to get in there because the top of the bed is so much taller. So I know that in 2020, they didn't just want this to have a few upgrades. They wanted it to be something substantial. They wanted to be able to compete with the competition on interior space and overall truck size without compromising the horsepower and torque that the GMC lines have. They've just done a great job on that. So one of the upgrades to the truck is the rear view mirror. It has 2 modes. You have your standard here, which you'd see in any truck. And then with the flip of a switch in the back, it goes to a digital mode, which is based off the camera in the rear of the truck. I would imagine that there are times when one will work better than the other, but this is really nice. It's really bright, really clean. It's all high definition, of course. So kind of a neat upgrade to the truck. Well, it's no surprise that this GMC truck is going to have a lot of options. Let's just get into it. We'll start with the key or the lack thereof. This truck is now push button. You engage the motor and turn it off by pushing the button with the key in the vicinity, right? And if you want to start it back up, you have your foot on the brake, hit the button, and it fires right back up. Really cool. Let's talk about towing. The braking on the towing has been moved to the right. Now you can manually hit the brakes on your trailer without any of the brakes on the truck working right here, right? That's nice. You can also engage more trailer braking right here, take some out. The exhaust brake, another good feature to have when you're doing towing, takes some of the work off the brakes. Lane departure here, that will give you a warning if you're going over the lanes. Parking, this will give you warnings on the parking. That's nice to have. You can drop the tailgate. Your hazard lights now are here. Traction control, the AC plugins are right here. And right here, this is a nice unit too. If you're going down a grade, you want to set it at 65. You set this, push that button, boom, and it'll apply the brakes and do the gas and do everything for you to set that. That's really nice. Of course, got USB right there, and got a plug-in outlet, and we have another AC outlet right here. One of the things I really like about this truck is the charging now on the iPhones. Now, they always had wireless charging, but it used to be up here, and now it's down here. And what's great about it is now it'll fit the Plus phones, right? Before it didn't do that, so now you just drop it on there and it will automatically charge, right? Really cool. A lot of space up here to put things, pins, some side spacing down here. One thing I like too is this wood grain. It's different than in the past in that it actually feels, there's a texture to it. It's not a smooth wood grain. This actually feels like real wood. So that is really neat. That is high end right there, actually. I really like that. Of course, got a couple spots here for drinks as well. Big center section here to put things in. One thing nice too is they've added some AC blowers to the rear, right behind this center section. That's a big advantage for people sitting in the back, man. And as someone that's had a 2016 with kids on the back, can you turn on the AC higher? Can you turn it on higher? Well, now they have their own blowers back there, so that's a really nice addition.
One of the nice upgrades to the 2020 GMC is the storage located in the rear seating. Of course, you have a flip down in the middle that'll hold drinks, but you also have these cargo doors that open up in the back seats that allows you to store anything and everything from laptops or anything that you wouldn't want someone seeing out in the open. Pretty nice upgrade. 2020 has some upgrades on the seating. You can see here the perforated leather against the grain leather. Really nice, and the color options for 2020 are pretty neat. And I thought the seat itself had more support in the back, side to side, than some of the older model GMCs. So definitely some upgrades on the interior seating. The DEF tanks have moved from the engine compartment to the side of the truck, making it much more convenient to fill up at gas stations. The side mirrors have been lowered on the new GMC trucks to eliminate a blind spot to the driver. It also pushed the mirrors out 4 inches. It's no surprise that this HD truck has a lot of get up and go. I was impressed with the difference between this year and older models. Definitely has a lot more get up and go, a lot more torque, you can feel it. In 2017, GM switched to a newer style Duramax that produced more horsepower and torque. And it still comes in the same with 445 horsepower and 910 foot-pounds of torque. But the difference, as we mentioned before, is in the transmission, which has been moved to a 10-speed, and it makes the whole engine come alive. So I was really impressed with that. One of the new changes on the 2020 truck is the parking brake. No more pedal. It's all done with the push of a button, and when the car is put into drive with the gas pedal applied, the parking brake comes off. Really neat, way more convenient than having that pedal.
And one of the things that I think is really cool is this, which is an overhead shot of the truck. Now, you would think that, okay, I get it, they're using some kind of GPS with Google Earth, and you know that's how they're getting it. But if you look here, I just wet down the driveway a little bit, and so that's actually real time, what you're seeing there. That's not you know, an image from Google Earth. And what's nice about it is that as I move the steering wheel, it shows the trajectory of not only where the back's gonna go right here, but look over here, you can see where the front of the truck is gonna go. So if you had a trash can right here, right, you wouldn't hit it because it shows you like, okay, you know, you could move in or out to show you where the front end of the truck now, as you see here. We'll back the truck up, right? And we'll make it so we get real close as we can to right there, right? Okay. And then what's nice about it too is as we move the truck into drive, it shows the front, right? So, you know, if you're going here, you could damage some rims, right? If we didn't have it turned hard enough. But you can see here, that's pretty amazing technology on the new GMC 2020 trucks.
Really impressed with this truck, a lot of upgrades, and don't take my word for it. Go down and test drive it down at Motor City GMC. If you are in the market for an HD 2020, I would definitely think about Motor City. I think they have more volume of HD trucks, 2020s, than all of the other dealerships in California combined or close to it. So a lot more to choose from, and it's going to be there. You're not going to have to order it. So very cool. Thank you, Motor City, for letting us borrow this truck. Very impressive. All right. This is Billy at the Motor City Throwdown.